Well, I'm about to be joined by a young lady who on her bucket list had driving at headquarters was one of those right at the top of the list. Well, she's just achieved that. She's also got $1 million smile, and I refer to Phoebe Betts. Well, Phoebe, one tick off the bucket list. You've had your chance now to open your career at headquarters on a Saturday night. How was it?
Yeah, it was a good experience. Driving on the bigger tracks, definitely a good experience, and yeah, it's a really good track to drive on, so it's good to tick it off the list.
Was it everything you were hoping for? Naturally, you didn't participate in the finish, but just being out there?
Yeah, just being out there is a pretty big thrill on a horse that me and Mum own ourselves, so yeah, it was a pretty big thrill.
You have driven many trotters here at Menangle. In fact, you've driven in an Inter-Dominion and also a Miracle Mile.
Yeah, I had a bit of luck with the mini trotters. They sort of always had one that was competitive enough to come down here for them sort of mini trot races, so it was good, yeah.
You also managed to gain great experience with the Rising Star Series.
Yeah, it was a bit of a short series this year because of the virus and everything, but we got to come down and have a race drive here, so didn't have much luck, but yeah, it was still good to be involved in it.
Just 17, you've left high school, Bathurst High School?
Yep, I left school.
And no doubt what you were ever going to do.
No, always going to do the horses no matter whether I stayed at school or left early, so yeah.
The family's got a very steep history as far as harness racing is concerned in the Western Districts area. Your father Graham, also your mother Monica?
Yeah, we've all sort of been involved in it. Dad's always had a couple of horses and Mum's always had a couple of horses, so it sort of just caught the bug pretty early on and helping Turnbulls and everything, so yeah.
Hey, you don't work for Steve?
Yeah, he did work for Steve. Mum and Dad both worked for Steve there for a while, so yeah, sort of nearly all of us went through Steve and learned a fair bit off him, and yeah.
Your brothers Jake and Jed, I know they're very good footballers, I think for the Bathurst Panthers, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. They both go pretty good. They're pretty tough out there. They can get hit and they'll just get back up.
What about their involvement in the family business?
Yeah, they both drive, or Jake used to drive, he doesn't drive much anymore, but Jed's got a couple of horses of his own and drives every now and then, so yeah, they definitely both love it.
But just to show how keen you are to make a success in this business, you've already got a small team together and you've had stables built.
Yeah, we've got a small team, me and Mum together, and Anthony Frisbee and Ronnie Jones, and the Frisbees all built some stalls for us, so yeah, it's coming along nicely and hopefully we'll be able to have a small team of our own.
On the subject of the Frisbees, Phoebe, you've worked for Chris?
Yeah, I've worked for Chris for probably a bit over a year now, and he's been really good to me. I've driven a fair few winners for him, so huge credit to him for giving me the opportunity. Phoebe,
that Bathurst area, very competitive with the Turnbulls, the Hewitts, the Betts, the Frisbees, but it's all one big family.
Yeah, it is. Everyone sort of gets in and helps each other, and if anything goes wrong, everyone's always there to help you. It is definitely a big family in Bathurst.
About 16 months into your career, how many winners have you driven?
I'm not 100% sure, it's around the 28-30 mark, so yeah.
And you have enjoyed success at Albion Park?
Yeah, I went up to Albion Park for a couple of months with Chris. They go up every year, so we took a couple of horses up there and they actually done a really good job, sort of surprised us up there, and yeah, it was good to get a few winners there.
That must have been a big thrill.
Yeah, it was a big thrill, driving on a different track in a different state. Yeah, it was really good.
One thing you did get a big thrill about was driving in a Group 3 event, your first one, with Aphorism.
Yeah, he's been a really good horse to me. I do love driving him, and a Group 3 like on a night like that was really special to me to have everyone there, and yeah, didn't have much luck, but it was good to drive in the race.
That was the Shirley Turnbull Memorial won by our Uncle Sam, so driving against horses of that calibre and drivers of that calibre, another good tick in the bucket list.
Yeah, definitely it is. It is very special to drive, also working alongside our Uncle Sam. It's awesome to drive against horses like him and Alta Orlando and all them good horses, so yeah.
What does give you a big thrill is driving Snoop Stride. It's only a family favourite.
Yeah, he's definitely a family favourite. He's been in the family for a fair while. I did get him to get my trial licence on and never really had many drives on him, but he's been really good to us and won plenty of races for us and got us up and going.
And the Betts family got a very big thrill when you drove Snoop Stride to victory, and that was an aggressive drive, a great drive in the Ray and Olive Memorial.
Yeah, that was pretty special to me. Sort of, as I said, we own this horse, and to win on a night like that with the whole family was there, so yeah, it was really good.
Well, Phoebe, that $1 million smile you've got has been in the winner's circle on a number of occasions on the country circuit. Hopefully, we can have an interview here when you drive your first winner at Club Menangle, and that smile will come into play. I think they can turn the lights off. That'll be able to illuminate the track.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, I'll be back here.